Boys and girls, welcome. My name's Alicia G. I sing, I dance, I DJ. Don't be shy and just say hey. Be sure you're following on all social media, AliciaGWorld. Today we have a special show called Spill the Tea with yours truly, Alicia G, and our featured guest, DJWzrd. And thank you for those dream planets. Little boom boom, baby, to get us going. Yes, we love loyalty tickets. Yes, yes, yes. Follow, share, tap on that screen. Share the broadcast. Tell your friends. It's gonna get litty. It's gonna get juicy. It's gonna get boss. It's gonna get BIGO-licious. Little spill of tea with yours truly, Alicia G, and our special guest, DJWzrd. And Painter, thank you, Painter. Hope you're all doing absolutely amazing. Remember, guys, push out negativity. Push in the positivity. The best thing to come, just believe. Remember, guys, all social media, AliciaGWorld. Be sure to follow me here on BIGO, my Instagram, my YouTube channel. Hit that bell for notifications. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy our Spill the Tea with Alicia G. That's me. We're going to know all about DJWzrd. Are you guys ready? DJWzrd.
Alicia! Hold on, let me stop the music. Okay. Can you hear me? Am I good?
We can hear you, DJ.
Am I lagging?
DJWzrd. You're good, you're good.
We're good? Okay.
How have you been?
I had a lot to do today. I had to go to the dentist because I had a cleaning. And the problems never end. Hold on. The problems never end with the teeth, ever. You know this. I find out that my dentist told me that I'm not supposed to wear my retainer 24/7 after a year, only at night. And I'm like, well, my ortho told me to wear it 24/7 forever for the rest of my life. And notice that my gums were like swollen. I'm like, really? It's never ending. So, yeah, and other stuff. So, let's get on with this. Let's do this.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Everyone for joining. Be sure you're following myself. Be sure you're following the one and only, the talented, the handsome, the one and only DJWzrd. Thank you, Vader. If you haven't already, welcome to Spill the Tea with yours truly, Alicia G, and our special guest, the talented, the handsome, the one and only DJWzrd. So, this is called Spill the Tea. We're going to get to know all about the real DJWzrd. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. So
I don't know what I don't know what you're gonna ask. So this is this is gonna be on the top of our heads. I don't know what she's gonna ask. So let's do this.
Let's do it. So DJWzrd, we want to get to know all about you, like this about you. So DJ, how did you get your name, DJWzrd?
Yes. So my name originated because, as you know, a wizard can do anything. It's versatile. So that goes perfect with me, and it matches because whether it be with sports, whatever it may be, I'm just naturally good at a lot of things. So I figured, like, why not be the wizard of everything? Sports, music, and let me just change up the word. Instead of spelling it out, let me take out the vowels. And I'm like, oh wow, this looks cool. Like, all bold letters, capital, perfect. It just works perfect.
You are the wizard, the talented, handsome,
Yes.
DJWzrd. Everyone showing love, thank you. Okay, so DJWzrd, where did you grow up?
So, I've lived here in LA my whole life, and I've actually, surprisingly, I went to, but people don't know, I went to 3 different high schools. Reason why is because at the time I was playing basketball for a traveling team coach, and he switched to a school that was near me, and he wanted me to play for him. So I moved schools to play for this coach, which a year later he ended up leaving. So I was like, yeah, that was the third school. That was the last one. So I'm like, I'm not gonna move again to the fourth school. So going to different schools when I was younger. All through my childhood, I'm gonna tell you guys the struggle. So all through my childhood, being bullied. If you guys ever experienced that when you were younger, yes, it's not easy, and I think that's what made me who I am today, of having thick skin and just being strong. And again, it was just, you got to think about it. It's not you, it's them being jealous of you. You have a quality that they hate on, and they feel like if they belittle you and you actually accept it and be scared of that it's just gonna make it worse. And I just didn't care like what they said and did, because like I was pushed, I was hit, I was just, a lot of things happened. And you guys wouldn't expect, like, Wizard, really, out of all people? Yeah, it happened all through elementary school, middle school, high school, a lot. So it just made me who I am today, being strong, being the gentleman I am, and just the qualities that I am today. So yeah. There's bad people out there, but it's up to you to rise above that.
Absolutely. Like well said, like I was bullied beyond, so I know what you had to go through and live through, and it's hell. It's living hell. People, oh sure. No, it's hell. Like people don't understand. They live it and walk a day in your shoes. They just don't understand. They really don't.
Yeah. And I know there's a large group of people out there that understand, you know, what we've been through, and they know that they're not alone. You're not the only ones, you know, even though you might think like, man, why does this happen to me? Trust me, you're not alone, and it happened to a lot of us, so you can relate.
Absolutely, definitely. I think a lot of other people can relate as well. So growing up, do you have any brothers, sisters?
Yeah, so I have an older brother. He's 7 years older than me, and he's been there since day one, from the start of my DJ career, and he's been a really big support. As we have a big family, but a small, immediate family. It's just my brother, my mom, and me. My parents are divorced. They got divorced when I was 2 years old, so I've always been close with both my parents. But yeah, we have a small a small family, so it's just us. And from the start of my DJ career, he acted as my manager because I was young. I didn't know, I didn't know a lot of things, just getting started, and he had more knowledge being 7 years older. So he was definitely a really big help, and still today he's a really big support, as he moved on with his life and it's just myself now. So yeah, I mean, it helped having a big support from him.
Definitely. I'm an only child, so I wouldn't know about that, but I have a very, besides the only child, my mom, dad, and me, and I count my 2 dogs and the AG Army, but like it's the immediate family, very just us, so I know how that is. So growing up in school, you said you had to deal with bullying, etc., but let's take the bullying aside. What was like your worst subject and your best subject?
Okay, my worst subject, I actually hated history. I don't know if it's because of the teacher I had. It just didn't make it that interesting to me. Maybe if I would have had a better teacher, I would have been more interested to learn. But I love math. I love numbers. I love calculating. I love multiplying. I love anything with numbers. That's me. So that's why I'm good in like business and anything to do with numbers. That's me.
He's a numbers man. And didn't like the history. And I was not a fan of history myself. Like, I was just like, I don't know how I passed history. I did. I actually really, well, but I just like, it wasn't that interesting. Just interesting to me. I don't know. AGR for life. Guys, you're just tuning in. Welcome. Sure, following, sharing, tapping on that screen. We have a Spill the Tea with an exclusive one-on-one interview with the one and only DJWzrd. Numbers are everything. Thank you.
Woo.
For joining. Thank you. All right. So
yes, numbers are in everything.
You wouldn't say you're that popular at all, or?
A lot of people knew who I was, because I wasn't the person to really, as you know my person, I'm not the person to really be in the back. So I've always just been out there, and I think since elementary school, like, I've always had to be number one. And I think till this day, I don't even know if the teachers will remember me, and they'll probably tell the story if they do. But I've always had to be like first. I always had to be in front of the line. I had to win at everything. I was just that person. So I've always made myself known. And in my city and around, everybody knew who I was. But then again, like in high school, you know, you have the little cliques. I didn't have a specific clique. I was just the person minding my business, did what I had to do. I would go to a couple groups. But yeah, again, I don't know. It's just like a lot of people just really didn't accept me for who I was. And I didn't let that bring me down, because again, I knew my value. I knew that I was looking at the future. At the time, I was playing basketball, as I told you, since I was 3. So I was all in basketball, training. I was focused, and that was like my happy place. Anytime being in basketball, practicing at the parks, that was my happy place, and also music. So I had those two. Having music in my ears while I played basketball, I was happy. So I didn't let like all of this negativity in high school with the bullying and that affect me. I just, like I said, that just made me feel stronger into achieving what I wanted, because I knew that wasn't forever. At that time, I knew it wasn't forever.
Absolutely. You focus on something that was positive and uplifting, that you knew you were good at and succeeded at, you know? And you flourished and prospered with that. So that brings me to club sports. You were a basketball player. So you were as a sport. Were you in any other clubs or anything like that, or?
Say it again, because it kind of broke up.
Oh, were you in any other like clubs growing up? Like, I don't know, acting, theater, anything like that?
No, no clubs. Yeah, like I said, I was just focused on basketball. It was basketball and music, and that was it. I didn't go to parties in high school, surprisingly. You know, people. I sacrificed my Friday and Saturday nights and weekends to learn how to DJ and produce music. I was home because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to throw my life away. Not talking about some other people who do it. I'm just saying myself, because I had my goals of what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to just waste my Fridays and Saturdays, you know, drinking and getting drunk and all that. And I still today I don't drink beer, so it just, to me, it just wasn't my scene in high school to do that, as I had bigger aspirations and bigger goals to achieve. So I sacrificed that to master what I know today with music. Yeah.
So would you say you never went to any parties ever? Like no parties at all?
No, if I went to a party, I was DJing it. That was it.
Were you like a prankster, a jokester at all growing up, or anything like that?
No, like I said, I was always the person that was outgoing. I was always the person talking to everybody. And I've always gotten along with people that were older than me, like at parks or wherever. I've always just associated with older people, and I think that's what matured me faster, because I just felt like people my age, I don't know, I just saw things a different way. That's why I couldn't really connect with a lot of people my age.
I understand completely. I gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. Guys, everyone's showing love. Thank you guys so much. Love, boom, baby. Okay, so right out of high school, what was your first job?
Oh, my first job, working at Subway.
Subway, okay. Subway.
Truth, because I went there every day. Okay, my dad, that was my dad's favorite place. So every day after high school, my dad would take me to Subway. After basketball, it was called healthy, okay? So that was the place to go to after practice, after basketball games. And the place that I went to, I knew, well, from going consistently every single day, the owners knew who I was, and knew my dad, I'm like, hey, I come here all the time. I know the menu already. Like, I'm looking for a job. I already know the system. So yeah, from there they let me, they hired me that week they hired me.
That week? How long did it last?
I worked there for about 8 months until I worked at another place.
Okay. Okay. First car.
First car? Oh, okay. So I saved up my money. So this is the whole story behind this. So since 12 years old to 17, when I got my first car at 17, so 5 years, this was saving from collecting cans everywhere, going around the schools, collecting cans everywhere, from selling stuffed animals that I would get from the claw machines, standing outside of Ralph's Market or Walmart and selling stuffed animals, true story. From when I started doing DJ gigs at 15, I saved up about $15,000 in 5 years, and I was able to get a 2008 Honda Element. It's a box car, so it was perfect for DJing because the back seats go up, and it was just perfect cargo. It was perfect. So I've had that from 17 all the way up until 22 is when it like started to die on me. The engine started, it was on its last, it was like a roller coaster. Like, you know how when it clicks, it's like, it was just like lagging. And I was like, okay, I can't risk driving this anymore. So I need to trade this in and get something else. And then that's when I got my white Dodge Challenger, which was probably a big mistake, but I realized it now. But before I was like, yes, it's a new car. But I've wasted probably like $19,000 in the course of 3 years with insurance and payments. Big mistake.
You live, you learn, right? Everyone's showing love. Thank you.
Learn from my mistake, people. Don't buy stuff to be flashy or for other people. I did it because I wanted to, but being in the lifestyle of Hollywood, it messed me up.
Now, like, back to like being in California, Hollywood, etc. Have you ever seen any famous celebrities?
Always. Going out to, I remember when I did the Grammys. I did the Grammys gifting suite at the Staples Center years ago. And a lot of people came out, artists, actors. I remember Ben Affleck came out, Mark Wahlberg, Soulja Boy was there, 2 Chainz, Future, a lot of people. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So we got to know like a little bit the growing up, whatnot. Now, how did you get into DJ? Like, what was it? Oh, I want to be a DJ. Like, there has to be something. Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna DJ. What did you want to DJ?
So since I was young, my dad learned how to play the guitar and harmonica, and he loved like blues music, jazz, blues, loved rock music. His hip hop was like Beastie Boys and Snoop Dogg. He loved Snoop Dogg. That was his hip hop. Anytime hip hop song, he would blast it in the truck that he had, and I was like, "What's this?" This is Snoop Dogg. I was like, "Okay, I like this." So I've always just had music around since a young age, and always just dancing and full of life. And I started listening to jazz music, blues, and then got into hip hop. Then got into Latin music because I'm part Spanish from my mom's side, and then French, and then Dutch, and then all these other genres came in after. But yeah, I've just always been surrounded by music, and ever since I seen Stevie Aoki when I was 12 years old, I saw Stevie Aoki at a festival. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to entertain the world. I want to be in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and I want to be there. Like, how do I need to do this? And then over the years, while I was in school doing research, while I was in a photography class for extra credit in high school. And freshman year, I remember, and I was looking up DJ equipment while I was in class because I sat in the back. That's where my seat was. So anytime the teacher would come over and I would close Guitar Center, I would close the site. I'm like, okay, well, I'm working on this assignment. He would leave, and I would open up the site and look for more DJ equipment to buy. So I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my purpose in life. If it wasn't basketball and going to the NBA, it's gonna be one of the best DJs in the world, and I'm gonna work hard at it until I get there. And even if I don't, which I don't want to think that, but I just want to know that I tried my best. I have good character, which is worth millions of dollars, to having a good character today, and just inspiring whoever watches me or whoever supports. Just inspiring people. That's the main thing.
I love that. I love that. Do you remember like your first board you ever purchased?
Yes, it was a little $250 Vestax controller. A little Vestax controller with no moving plates or anything. It was the cheapest thing that I could have bought at the time. I didn't even know about the Pioneer CDJs. I thought that would have been like, I don't know. I thought I had to be rich to buy those. At the time, I was like, those things cost $3,000. I don't have that money right now. My parents aren't buying me equipment.
Now the board you're on right now, is that a DDJ 1000?
Yeah, DDJ 1000 SRT.
SRT. I have that identical board in black. You got the gold one, special edition.
Wait, you got the gold one too?
No, I have the black one. You got the special edition one.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if they still sell them, because when I saw this, I had bought that one originally. And then I think, like, I didn't even open it, because I think I got it when I got back in town. I didn't open it, and I saw the gold one. I'm like, okay, I need to exchange this for that one. And I put, like, an extra $200, because I'm like, I need the gold, because that's my color. I love gold.
Nothing wrong with the special edition. Love that board. Love that board. So, who do you say your biggest influences in DJing are?
My biggest influences, so one being Steve Aoki, because of his work ethic. I've seen a documentary, I think in 2015 or so, on Netflix. It just talked about his whole life and about his mom being his biggest supporter because his dad wasn't always there. He was working, being the owner of Benihana's, and you know, he wasn't really focused on his children, his kids. So I can relate to that as my mom being my biggest supporter, and just to today, him talking about how many shows he does in a year. He does more shows in a year than the amount of days in a year, which is crazy. And I'm like,
oh my goodness,
I want that lifestyle. Like, I wouldn't mind, you know, playing in Vegas that night, flying to Dubai, then flying to Paris. I wouldn't mind that. Like, that's what I want to do. So I'm like, okay, this guy, like, doesn't sleep. I'm like, I don't sleep either. I'm up all night. You know this.
Oh, we know.
I don't sleep.
We know.
So, I mean, like,
the mad wizard. He does it all.
Yeah, so, like, my lifestyle is, like, perfect for that, as this is how I am. I don't sleep. Too many ideas flow through my mind, and it's just like, yeah, like, I'll be perfect. So, that's one. Another one is Diodo. Diodo is actually from the same, well, kind of 20 minutes away from where I live, same area. And he's one of the biggest Latin DJs and producers in the industry, being in the EDM scene. And his style and his, just the way that he creates his music, his production is very original and different than everybody else. Everybody else wants to copy him because it was so original. But he's another influence coming from an area where I'm from and making it to one of the top DJs in the world.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Guys, girls, if you're just tuning in, welcome to DJWzrd and our exclusive one-on-one interview with Spill the Tea with yours truly, Alicia G. Cheer, following, sharing, tapping on that screen. Don't forget to give him a follow, guys, and follow myself
DJ
too.
Pauly D.
Uh,
That's if I went into being on Jersey Shore and still being a DJ. If
You
I
put
went
on
into
a good
a
show.
remake of Jersey Shore, but I'm the DJ in the show, then I would be Pauly D.
I could see that, like the LA Jersey Shore or LA Shore. I could see you in that. I definitely could. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it. Got the hair and everything.
Who wants to recreate it? Let me know. I'll play the DJ.
Right, right. So, what is the biggest event you ever performed at?
The biggest event would be LA Pride with 100,000 people total.
Oh my goodness.
It might have been more, but yeah, LA Pride. And it was because I connected with the top promoter somehow in West Hollywood, and he ran the whole production for LA Pride. So I was already DJing at the club that he promoted at. So he's like, hey, you know, I want to have you on at the hip hop stage, because at the time it was small. That was about I was about 17 or 18. No, actually 16 or 17. I was young. And that was the beginning stages of the LA Pride. So he had the hip hop stage, and as things developed, it got bigger and bigger every year. So then I was on the main stage, and then, like I said, overall, it probably was more than 100,000 people overall in LA Pride. But yeah, that was the biggest show so far that I played at.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Congrats on that. Good for you, seriously. Do you have any crazy stories that you can like share with us? You know, spill that tea, DJWzrd, about like a performance. Something crazy that happened. Like someone ran the stage, someone,
Crazy
I don't know,
stories.
just you stage dived. I don't know, something crazy. Just spill the tea, Wizard. Spill
I
that
see
tea.
crazy stuff all the time at the clubs, like the crazy things that
Yeah,
these
it
girls
could be
do.
a club story. A club story.
Because they'll be
Like
so
performing at a
drunk.
club.
Okay, there's so many. I don't know. One is kind of disgusting because this girl really. It was actually like right outside the club. As I was leaving, this girl was so drunk, she really squatted and took a number 2 right on the side of the wall. That's one nasty thing, you know, drunk people sometimes. That was one nasty thing that happened. Yeah, that was disgusting. Yeah.
Let's do a comeback story.
I'm
Really
trying to
spill
think.
the
Other
tea of,
stories of
like,
when I was
oh my
younger in the
God.
club.
It was like, you shocked us all.
No, there's a
More
lot
of,
of stuff. It's
like
just
a flashing, someone, I don't know, boom, boom, baby.
no, well, flashing. Yeah, people do that all the time. I mean, a lot of people don't make a big deal out of it. I wouldn't consider that a crazy thing because people do it all the time. It's just like, I'm like, okay.
I don't know, someone just like come and take off all the power. So something freak story, crazy situation. Lights went out. Power
Oh yeah,
went out,
that happened too. The power went out, or like something happened with on stage, and my laptop like turned off in the middle of the show. And I was so shocked because if anything happens, like they look at me or the DJ, and it's like it's out of my control. I'm like, the power went out, and it takes like 5 minutes to reboot the computer and everything. And I'm just like sweating because I'm just like, you got all these people looking at you, and I'm just like, I'm trying to like act like I'm trying to fix it, but I'm waiting for the power to reboot. And after like 5 minutes, of course, when the music goes on, they forget about it. But at the time, they're like, oh, boo. I'm like, it's not me. Don't boo me. It's the power. It's out of my control.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I do have cooling fan.
Johnny, God, I hope you win, Johnny, thank you. Anyone showing love, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Appreciate each and every one of you. Johnny, that boom boom zoom zoom. Thank you. So the power went out. Everyone's screaming. They're booing at you. How long did it take to get the computer going?
I was trying to keep my composure, but I was just like, it's not my... I was trying to like do hand gestures. Just, it's not my fault. It's power. Power!
Oh my goodness. I was just hyperventilated. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was hot. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I was worried.
I don't blame you. Oh my goodness. That's just crazy. John, thank you. Best accomplishment from DJ, or experience, you could say. You want to share with us?
Okay, one of the best experiences would be DJing for Truth Initiative. It's a non-profit organization that they promote non-smoking to the world, but more specifically to the youth. And I met the main director when I did the gifting suite, the Grammys gifting suite, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're looking for a couple DJ, or like looking for one DJ. We have a couple people in mind, but we want to talk to you because you're the youngest and you relate to the community of what we're promoting, like to the community that for what we're promoting." And he said, "Well, we're going to be on a tour, on a 3-month tour on the East Coast, and everything is paid for, of course. They give you like a per diem." Are you taking a screenshot?
Sorry, I always do screenshots. Ready? Perfect.
I was like, I saw you posing. I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't know if it was the opposite way. If it's this way, I think. Well, I think I was looking the opposite way because it's not turned around.
It's all good.
Oh well,
all good.
forget about it. She's looking this way. I'm looking the opposite way. Like, what are you smiling at? Okay, continue. So, they told me they wanted me to go on a 3-month tour on the East Coast. Everything's paid for. It was called the High School Nation Tour. So we go to different schools within the area that we're at. So the 5 states were Chicago, Atlanta, Washington, New York, New Jersey, and Florida. So all over Florida, Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando. It was one of the best experiences I could say in my life. And actually first time being outside the state. So that was the first time to experience all those states that I went to. And there was a group of about 12 marketers where there were other kids my age that would talk to the kids about, the repercussions of smoking and what it does to your health and just educating them. So they had a bus. They had a truth bus. And inside the bus, or the van, whatever you want, bus or van, there was the DJ booth. They had 2 big subs and speakers inside of it. So I was DJing inside this hot box. Imagine, it was hot where we're at. All they had was a little fan, no AC inside. It was not a luxury, pimped out by West Coast Customs van. No, it was a simple one of those taco truck vans with the DJ booth inside. I was cooking. I was frying like an egg on a pan, sweating, and I wasn't just standing there. As you guys see what I do on my live, I was jumping in the bus. The van is moving. I'm just going crazy. So the more that I move, and I was wearing pants. I was wearing pants because I was like, I didn't have shorts. I didn't know how it was going to be. So I'm wearing pants and a shirt. I'm just sweating. But I'm like, I can't stand here. I just can't be like this as I do on my live. I can't just, I had to hype up these kids. And some of these schools, there was about 2,500 to 3,000 kids all in front of me. So it was, like I said, one of the best experiences, going to different hotels, having to take Ubers because the hotels that they put us at were like near airports. So if we wanted to go somewhere, we had to travel like 15 minutes in Uber. And the tour manager that we had a car, but he didn't want to drive us. He's like, I'm going out 1 time a day. If you don't go with us, you're going to have to go yourself. And he would go at the most random time. He was like, okay, I'm leaving now. And I'm like, I'm not even ready. I still have to shower. He's like, well, you got to be ready. You never know when I'm going to leave. I'm like, that's so wrong. That is so wrong. So I spent like $800 in Ubers and Lyfts the whole time I was there because going to get food 15 minutes away, coming back. If I wanted to go to a gym, some of the hotels we stayed at didn't have gyms. If I wanted to go to a gym, 10 minutes and back. It was like $6, another $7, $7. Like, it just added up. So I was like, that was one of the things that was bad because I didn't get reimbursed for that. I didn't get reimbursed for Ubers.
Definitely know for next time to be reimbursed for the Ubers.
Yeah, that's if they offer it.
Yeah. What would you say when the worst experience you had encountered DJing? Like the biggest, I don't know, could be one of the worst performances, something crazy happened, or it could
Worst
be something
experience.
like something, a real journey that you had to overcome throughout your DJing career. Do you have something? The biggest challenge is something.
I wouldn't say it's the worst. I wouldn't say it's the worst experience of this, but just constantly getting rejected from places I've tried to play at. Like, I would say that's more of something to add fuel to the fire. When somebody rejects me, I take that as like, okay, well, if you say no now, you're gonna regret who you're saying no to in the future. Because you don't even get the fact to know me and know that I'm very ambitious in what I do and what I've accomplished. And if you don't know who you're saying no to, and that's the thing about a lot of people. And I just feel like when somebody rejects me or says no, I'm like, okay, well, let me work twice as hard so I can do something bigger than what I'm trying to create an opportunity and work with this person or whoever it is. And it just forces me to want to do better and prove these people wrong and prove that they regret making that decision of saying no. So again, I think that's more of a positive to me. It's not so much of a negative, but I mean, those would be like the worst experiences of just like getting rejected out of like driving to clubs or, wasting a lot of time and a lot of energy and money on gas, for nothing. So that happened a lot because it wasn't just about emailing or calling people. I've actually went out to like Hollywood and different places like numerous times, and I felt like I did waste a lot of like money on gas and time. But I'm here today with a stronger character, a stronger mentality, and I'm just, I want this badder than ever. To be at the top.
Completely understand. You can't imagine, especially like I've noticed being a DJ, being a girl, female DJ. Oh hell no! Just no. Hi. As I say, hi.
Yeah.
Just no. They don't want girls because they don't want to give girls a chance. It's just like no. I'm just like, they won't even give you a chance. So I completely understand. Every time when someone says no, I'm like, oh really? I'm going to try 10 times harder. And I applied 10 more places, so I know exactly how that is. It's crazy. It really, really is. And things can be very cutthroat. They really can, guys. Like, you cannot imagine. Like, you cannot. Oh my god, you can't imagine. So we'll go back to like a positive note. Guys, you're tuning in. Welcome to Spill the Tea with yours truly, Alicia G, and our special, talented, handsome guest, the talented DJWzrd. Guys, you're following, sharing, tapping on that screen. Don't be shy to say hey, and let's spill some more. Let's spill some more tea. And everyone should love. Thank you guys so much. Do you ever, any celebrities you ever DJ for or opened up for?
Celebrities that I opened up for. This was before, so I'm trying to remember because it would be around like 18 to 21. I'm trying to think. I did a movie premiere for Sylvester Stallone for one of his movies at the time. They had a movie premiere and I DJ'd for it. Chris Rock was there. Adam Sandler was there. A lot of
Oh,
actors.
wow. And what Wolf said, if you first don't succeed, try again. The only true way to excel. Very, very true, Wild Wolf. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
What is your dream performance? Like, what's a dream?
Ooh, my dream
You could
performance.
perform
Okay.
Anywhere. Or open up for anyone. Who would it be? Or
The ultimate goal would be Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland Festival.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Tomorrowland. If you don't know what
The
it is,
ultimate dream. I mean, all the other small ones would be smaller accomplishments. Would be like EDC,
yes.
Ultra Miami, Ultra all over the world. But the ultimate goal for the biggest would be Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World.
That is a different world. Tomorrow. It's just like
yeah.
You don't know, Google it, and you'd be like, oh my god, now I know what he's talking about. Like, that would be like the absolute dream for mine as well. Oh my god, it's just amazing. I used to watch that for like hours on YouTube. Oh my god, I love that. Do you have
The same. I would watch all the DJs. I'm like, every time I go to sleep, like, I'm envisioning myself being on that stage, just going crazy.
Right, the lights, the crowd, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming projects or performances you'd like to share with us?
Okay, nothing as of now. I mean, I've started getting back into production. I just made a song, a future rave song about, well, actually last week. So I got inspired to produce again, so I'm going to be doing that and start releasing new original music a lot. I just want to get going, and as I'm doing that, start getting some shows, from there.
I gotcha, completely. But the best is yet to come. So, DJWzrd,
Yes.
I know you went to Cancun, Mexico. How was it?
Yes. Amazing. First time outside the country. Best experience. Another best experience of my life. Taking a risk. And it turned out to be, again, the best experience of my life. One of the best. It was I just had a different perspective on life being stuck in LA for so long. And I'm like, okay, there's a world that I knew that was out here, but it didn't it took until now. It took until now to actually just go and, like I said, take the risk, take the chance, and just do it. And after this trip and experience, I'm like, okay, really, there's not much here for me. As all I need is my backpack, my suitcase, I can go anywhere. So I really have a different mindset, and I see things differently now after that trip.
Very, very cool. Like, how was the food? Because it's a different country. Like,
okay, food was amazing, and it's inexpensive. Got 40 pieces of sushi, a liter of like a strawberry daiquiri, and a tempura cookie dessert, all for $27.
Oh my goodness.
That was a sushi. That's sushi, and it was good. On the other hand, they have steak dinners. Okay, they have steak, like surf and turf steak with jumbo shrimp for like $50, like per person. Something like that here in Hollywood would have been like $300 at like Laurie's or one of those expensive steakhouses.
Hey Jeremy, when are we going to Cancun, guys? Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, that's where everybody's going. Everyone I see on Instagram, Instagram, everybody's going to Cancun.
So, what was... Were you hungover at all? Out of the whole trip, were you hungover at all?
Say it again? I didn't hear you.
Were you hungover at all? Do you do any drinking?
No, because I didn't drink. I don't drink like that to, get drunk. I just had like, every time I go out, I have like one or two drinks. Like socially drinking, But I did get sick though. I did get sick in one of the places, like bad. I thought I was gonna die. So let me tell you, word of advice: do not mix all these things together. Do not mix horchata. Okay, if you guys know what that is, if you know what that is, it's rice milk. Horchata is rice milk. It's really, really good, but you can't mix it with multiple things. I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on.
I honestly, I'm gonna leave that up to you because you are my friend
So-
in real life, so it's up to you if you want to spill that tea. To be honest, I was keep this more fun and.
No,
like
hold
this,
on. I'm
but
gonna
that's
tell
up-
you. I'm just gonna give you advice for
Oh,
everyone here.
okay,
Just don't
okay.
mix all these things together.
Let them finish, guys. Let them
Horchata,
finish.
okay? Do not mix horchata. I mean, you can eat the pizza. You can have pizza with anchovies, anchovies and other stuff that was on it. But they had this salsa that was purple, okay? I didn't know what it was. Purple salsa and yellow salsa. It had like habanero in it. Habanero and some other mixture of stuff. I didn't know. I was hesitant to try it, but I was like, okay, one life. I might not be back in this place. Let me try it. I tried a little dab of it, okay? I'm like, okay, what is this purple salsa? It was hot, but it was good. So I kept dipping the pizza more and more.
And never
After
again.
that, I had gelato. So now mixing horchata, purple and yellow hot salsa, and gelato, that created an explosion in my stomach. Okay, that was just it was rumbling. I can't even make the sound effect. It was rumbling for days. Oh my god, I don't even want to remember. I didn't even want to talk about it because I don't want to go back to that
All right,
time.
Positivity. Was there any partying involved, like on the dance floor, anything hot and heavy, with maybe
Partying, not crazy. No, I went out to
nightclubs?
there's
Nightclubs,
different
dancing?
places, and Baccarat was one of the places I went to. Baccarat is like a little tiny island where there's not much, but it's nice. When I was in Cancun, so I went to the club called Mandela. It was one of the top clubs. There's Daddy-O and what was the other one? The View. Daddy-O and what was the other one? Anyone in the comments? The City, yeah. So Daddy-O and the City, those hold about like 5,000 people, but they weren't open because of the COVID. So Mandela was the only one that was open, and it was amazing. Like they packed everybody in the dance floor all around. I would say, I don't know what the capacity is, but they just pack so many people, so you can't really dance because everybody's like shoulder to shoulder. So when I went there, I was just like on the side, just fist pumping, had a drink in my hand. I couldn't really dance because I couldn't dance anywhere. It was too crowded. The City is the biggest in Latin America. Yeah, and I think Daddy-O is up there with the top too.
Well, sounds like you had a good time overall.
So yeah, I'll definitely go back for sure.
Tim, you want to take over for this? I think Tim wants to ask you some questions
He said-
about spilling the tea.
Big Jim, what? Big Jim, what do you want to ask?
Is Mr. Coon still in the building? Is Mr. Coon still in the building?
But yeah, Tulum was mostly like dirt. I didn't see like the clubs in Tulum because I was there for a short time. But it was mostly like dirt and small place. Oh, Mr. Poon, I thought you said, wait, who said Jim? Did you say Jim or you said Poon? I thought I heard Jim.
Oh, I said Tim. Okay, Tim, I got you. Let's relax, feel better. He asked basically.
Barely holding on.
Anything like to inform us about your love life? It's totally up to you. I respect your wishes either way. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Oh,
You.
We'll keep that off of here.
Okay.
We'll keep that off
Ever
of here.
have a blind date? Do you
Blind
ever go on a
date?
blind
No.
date? Have
No
you
blind dates.
ever been on a dating app?
Before I didn't want to, but my friend was like, you should try this. It was like the time when like Bumble was big, and I'm like, I didn't end up finding anyone because like everybody just like didn't really fit my type. So I'm like, okay, screw these like dating apps. Let me actually go out and like talk to people. So who said accepted? Because I'm
So
very.
you were more.
Oh wait.
Oh, so you basically wanted to go meet the person instead of just try on a, social media platform, and that's nothing wrong with that. I get that. Completely.
Yeah, because I like to see like I like to see their personality. That's the big thing for me. It's not so much of like looks, it's personality. And if somebody can match my personality and how I am, which is very hard to find because I'm very picky when it comes to people. I'm very picky.
Thank you.
No, I'm talking about like way before.
Sorry, dropped the shield. I'm sorry. The screen dropped the shield.
I'm talking about before, not now. But you see, you get distracted by the looks. You said there's a lot of hot girls, but you get distracted by the looks, not about their features. The features is what I'm attracted to. Like who they are, and again, personality. Do they have goals? Are they talented? Are they fun to be around? Do they know how to joke around? Do they know how to laugh? Just along with the personality. There's more to than just seeing a look. There's more to it. Because just looks that's not what attracts me.
Have you ever dated? Now we're gonna have some fun questions here. Have you ever dated more than one girl at a time? And if you did they know about each other?
No. I've never been the person to really like be with multiple people. I've never been that person. I'm the person to be like with one person and just build from there. Like I don't like to play games, and again, I don't have time to play games as I'm so focused on what I'm doing. If I didn't have this, I would probably be a different person. Maybe. I don't know. But I have so much goals to achieve. I don't have time to play games with 2, 3, 4 different girls and then have it come back to me and be mixed in the drama. That's not what I'm about. I know other people are. Other people may not have a life and they're getting to 2, 3, 4 relationships and then they're about the drama. I'd rather be stress-free and drama-free and focus on what I need to do and be with one person than to deal with 3, 4 people that bring more drama to my life, which I don't need. I already deal with people who reject me, and I have to prove these people wrong in the industry. So that's already enough drama.
Exactly. So these are just fun questions, okay? What's the worst date you ever been on, and what's the best date you ever been on? The crazy story, like the girl does.
Okay, the worst
leaves,
date.
Like something crazy happened. I don't know.
No, the worst
off.
date. It's so awkward. It was just awkward. I hate when I'm bringing so much energy, and I'm like asking questions, but it's like I'm getting like one-word answers. I'm getting no expression, and I was like, yeah, this is probably not gonna work out for immediately. It just didn't work out. It was just so awkward. I'm like, because I can't be so high energy. Like you have to match my energy, and if I feel like you're not up to where I am, I kind of have to bring my energy down. I'm like, okay, well, this is like, I don't feel uncomfortable. I was feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Like,
I don't want to be here anymore.
Like she started a fight with you, just something crazy. So random, like, get out of my car, like anything crazy like that, and crazy fun stories. Like, well, not fun,
no.
But like, oh my god.
I mean, I try not to, come in contact with crazy people like that. Who are trying to like...
Best date. I don't know. Went on a picnic. I don't know anything crazy, fun, best date you can think of.
Best date. Yeah, the best date would probably be the one that was recent. Yeah, that would probably be the best one.
Ooh.
You know,
Us, like, was it dinner, dancing?
that would probably be the best one.
Like, was there dinner? Was there dancing? Was you cook? Did she cook?
Yeah, yeah. No, it was more than just dinner. I mean, everything. Yeah, it was just everything.
There you have it, a little of everything. That type of amazing type of date. Alright, we'll get into the fun ones. So, what's your favorite type of sport? And what's your favorite team?
My favorite sport would be basketball. That's what I played all my life. Favorite team would be the Lakers because that's my hometown team. As Kobe Bryant was my idol. Kobe Bryant, well, first it was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and then Kobe Bryant were my idols. Hard-working, work ethic, and the best players to be in the league.
Do you cook?
Do I cook? A little bit. I can cook like chicken, pasta, eggs. I mean, I just don't have time to. That's the thing. Like, I hate cooking because it just takes so much time. I'd rather cook one time, like a really like gourmet meal. But to do that every single day, it's like, and then do the dishes.
Not the dishes. Security.
It's like this cluster of dishes.
Favorite food and favorite dessert.
Favorite food would be steaks. I love steaks. So filet mignon, a New York steak, good steaks. Favorite dessert would be cheesecake. I love cheesecakes.
Ooh, I love cheesecake. Chocolate cheesecake? Do you like chocolate cheesecake?
Not, well, I like chocolate, but not like full on like all chocolate. It has to be like a mixture. So like chocolate chip cookie dough, or
like a mix. Not
an Oreo. It has to be a flavor.
Right. All right. Do you work out?
Alicia, come on.
I'm asking you questions. The audience doesn't know. Okay,
Alicia, come on.
He works out. He's in the gym all the time. All right. What do you do in your downtime, if any? Like, what do you do in your downtime if you're not on BIGO?
In my downtime, I'm always working on music. It's either the gym, music, or working on some other business stuff. But I'm always just working. There's never a time I can't just sit down. Like, I haven't had cable in 2 years. I can't sit and watch TV. I always have to be moving. I have to be doing something productive. Because then I feel like in my day is lost if I don't do anything productive. I feel like, I didn't get anything accomplished. And I have to always be moving.
Do you have a favorite movie or TV show? If you had to pick?
Favorite movie from when I was watching TV? Well, favorite movie would be Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes. Love that one. Do you have any pets?
I used to have cats, so I love animals, and since I was young, actually my first animal was a rabbit, and her name was Bonnie. And I've had her, so since 5 years old, was when I got her. And then it was until I think she lived a long time, but she was staying at my grandma's years later, and I remember, it's a sad story, but 4th of July, the day after, I used to always feed her carrots. I used to go out every morning and feed her a carrot. And I wake up the next morning to go outside and notice that she died because somebody put a firecracker in her cage. Yeah, so I was...
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's evil. So I was
So
crying
sad.
because I had her from 5 years old until like 5-6 years or so. I think about 6-7 years. Yeah,
I am
she lived
so
a long
sad. I
time.
could cry for you.
But I was so
I'm an
sad
animal
because
lover.
I
Oh
always
my
fed her
god.
a carrot.
My little bunny, rest in peace. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Let's back it up.
No, but then
How
I
did
had
you get
kittens
into?
after I adopted a cat. Adopted a cat from the Humane Society. Had her for a long time. She ended up going outside. She was an indoor cat. She went outside, had kittens. Okay, out of nowhere, she had kittens. Then I had 8 kittens around the house, and I had 9 cats. Okay,
Oh
8
my
kittens
god,
out
how
of
many
nowhere.
cats?
How the world does she have 8 kittens?
Oh my god, holy cat!
So now I have all these cats. Huh?
I said holy cat. Like, and you had to part with them. I
Holy
take
cat,
it?
exactly.
Holy cat.
Yeah,
Oh my
but that's when I was
goodness.
younger. Like recently, I haven't had an animal. I really want a Bengal cat, the one that looks like a tiger. But just right now
Those
in
are
my
beautiful.
position, and I can't get an animal right now because I wouldn't be able to really take
Yeah.
care of it. But that's for later. That's my goal for later. Crazy cat
You see the
person.
cat walking back and
No,
forth.
I love
As this
animals.
is DJing going back and forth. The cat's walking back and forth, pacing.
Yeah.
So how did you? So a few more questions. How did you find BIGO? Like,
Okay,
you're
so
DJing, whatnot.
somebody I know that lives in the Bay Area. She told me about this app. I was doing IG lives before in the very beginning of when the whole pandemic started, and I didn't know what to do. Clubs obviously shut down, and I was like, okay, let me try doing something on IG live. IG live, as you know, does not have the best.
Yeah.
It doesn't push out to all the people. So I did that for a couple months, and then she told me about this, and I'm like, okay, let me try it. Let me just transfer what I'm doing here to there. And yeah, started, and I loved it. Even though in the beginning it was slow, as everybody starts, it was like, okay, is this really gonna work next month? I'm spending all this time, but what else am I gonna do? So yeah, I was doing to start with like 3-4 hours. I started to see it pick up, so I'm like, okay, let me do more hours. And then later on I met you, and then as you've seen in my lives, I'm like, you go to sleep, and I'm still live. So 18 hours later, I'm still live. And I did that for like the whole year. 18-20 hour lives.
Like, out of like anyone on the app I ever met, like we're so similar, as in like the work ethic is just crazy. Like, I never met someone on the app who has like the crazy work ethic like me. And I respect that so much. I really do. You know, seriously.
Yeah.
People don't understand how Team No Sleep, how crazy it is, and how exhausting it can be. Just like, I'm exhausted. I fall asleep. I wake up like, where am I? Did I sleep? Like,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's
And not eating too. Not eating.
Oh my god, right? Alright, best experience, worst experience of BIGO.
On BIGO? Okay. Well, the best experiences would be actually it's something inspiring in the very beginning. You know, when I give like the motivational talks and just what I do, somebody came in and said they said I was very depressed and I felt like taking my life, but after watching your live, you've inspired me to see the better side of life. And I'm like, wow, just because of my energy and who I am and what I say really inspired somebody, and I saved a life. That means more to me than any of the beans and anything on here, because I just saved a life through the words I say, who I am, and what they see that I do. So I think that is one of the best things to me.
That's amazing. Definitely. Any
Yeah.
negative things like drama or anything you ran into, encounters you had to dear?
No drama, but you know we
BIGO
get these negative comments all the time, which I don't pay attention to, but I mean that would be the only negative.
warrior?
Yeah. I just wish like they can block out any words that are negative. Like if there was a way, like a search engine that you can put like anything negative and it just like blocks it out. They should do this.
Yeah, like certain words can't go through, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Favorite gift you ever received?
Favorite gift. I don't know. Ever since I was little, I just told everybody to give me money. I never really liked getting gifts.
Oh no, I meant on BIGO. I meant on BIGO. No,
Oh, you thought? Oh, you thought?
I meant on BIGO.
I thought you meant for my birthday.
No, I meant on BIGO.
I thought you meant for my birthday.
That's cool too. Cash app them, guys. I don't know. Oh my god.
I mean, you said gifts, so I'm assuming like birthday gifts.
Oh, that made my day. He is on his side.
Okay.
Oh, he's all that Lucio.
Well, one, I never got a yacht. I told people if I get a yacht, I would literally strip naked and run outside butt naked. If I got a yacht, I would run outside butt naked. I almost did it too. I saw a little 100 diamond yacht, and I'm like, oh, it's a yacht. I was like, oh, never mind. I was gonna do it.
All right, favorite gift you ever personally sent out? If you have a favorite gift you sent out.
Favorite gift? Let's see. I'm trying to remember all the different
on BIGO.
themes that they had. No, I know. I got this now. I'm trying to remember because there's so many different themes that they always have. I'm trying to remember because I remember I did have favorite gifts. Like every time they update it to something new, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite, best of all. And then they have a new one. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. I'm trying to remember all of them. On the top of my head, there's so many. I just love all of them. I can't think of the theme ones. All the big ones.
I got it.
Or the dragon one. Okay, the dragon that spits fire. I think that was one of my favorites. The dragon one that spits fire.
Beautiful.
I think that could be one of them.
Okay. Any advice you have to new streamers that you could give out?
Yes, advice to streamers is just to be yourself, be original, don't copy other people, focus on working hard because this is not easy as people think. You come to this app and you give up because you see things aren't working. You got to think about what are you doing? How is your setup? When I started out, all I started was with these 2 red lights on the floor on the wall, and it was just a blank wall. I didn't have any of this. This is built over years of time. This is the 3rd setup.
I love your setup. I'm jelly of your setup. I'm jelly.
Thank you.
I am.
I figured, I'm like, let me put a festival setup or a club setup in my living room where I sleep and do everything. But let me sacrifice my living room setup for this. So I don't have a couch. I don't have a dining table, as you know. Yeah, so this is sacrifice here. This is yeah, not easy. So you got to think outside the box. Do what your purpose is.
1111, make a wish.
Your
Don't
passion.
shout loud, type or text it. I have this OCD.
Wait, let me flip the camera around. Hold on, do one more. Let me flip it around so
make
it's
a
not.
wish, guys. Don't shout loud, type or text it. Oh, that's a good one. Make that wish, guys.
Okay.
So it's my OCD. I gotta make a wish. 1111. Make that wish. Don't say it loud. Type or text it.
It's 8:11 here.
Any advice you give to new DJs starting out?
New DJs. It would be, again, to find your style. Focus on one genre at a time when you're starting out, because if you try multiple genres as you're starting to get into DJing, you're gonna lose track, and you're gonna feel overwhelmed because like I can't get I can't get in the mix with this genre or this one. So focus on one because the BPMs are different. Learn how to mix with one genre, 128 BPM or whatever it is, 100, and go from there. Because once you start mixing multiple BPMs, one, you're going to lose track of actually mixing two songs together because you're just going to just go from one song to the next like an iPod. So I would say focus on one and then go from there.
I love it. I love it. DJWzrd, I want to say thank you so much for everything. Would you want to maybe do a little DJ set, like a few minutes? It's totally up to you. A little DJ set or a little something you've been working on?
Yeah, we can.
Totally up to you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me play my original song, the one that I made.
Yes, guys.
Let me play that original that's a raw edit.
There. This is DJWzrd, Spill the Tea with me, Alicia G. Check it out, guys. Sure you're gonna follow me as well.
DJWzrd.
And the smoke, and the smoke.
Think of that. It's not mastered, so that was just a rough edit. That was just a rough edit. Sick, thank you. Alright, this is the future rave genre. This is the brand new genre created by David Guetta.
Thank you so much for joining us on Spill the Tea with Alicia G. I hope it had you smile a little bit, maybe blush a little bit, but all in good fun. Thank you. You are awesome, DJ. Keep doing you. Never give up. The best.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, everybody.
It's a pleasure. Sure, give them a follow. Do you want to shout out your social media for everyone? Too? Shout out your social media?
Yeah, everything's at DJWzrd. Just my name. All my social media is the same. Instagram. Everything's the same.
You heard it, people. Give them a follow, guys. DJWzrd, it is a pleasure.
Yes.
Wishing you
Thank
peace,
you, everybody.
love,
Have an amazing rest of your
positive
night
prosperity
and your
always.
day.
Much love, Wizard. Check
All right,
him out,
Alicia.
guys. He's awesome. Much love.
All right.
That was awesome. And everyone who tuned in, thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being amazing. Tune in each and every Thursday for Spill a Tea with Alicia G at 7 o'clock p.m. PST, which is 10 p.m. EST. Thanks for you. Thank you. Amazing. Huge shout out to the AG Army. Remember, guys, all boom boom, baby. All social media, Alicia G World. Drop it like it's hot and run it up, baby. Boom, boom, baby. And all social media, AliciaGWorld, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TT, and more. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. And I love you all. Boom, boom, baby.